Okay. So, picking up from last time. And Shepard just woke up from her nightmare. And if I remember correctly, it's going to go wash up and get a call or something.
It's open. Shepard, there's something you need to hear. All right.
She looks exhausted.
Is this a bad time?
Thinking of some friends who aren't around, thanks to this war.
That's thanks to the Reapers, not you. Are you thinking about anyone in particular?
Kaidan back on Vermeer. He died buying us time to defeat Sovereign. Seeing what we're up against now, he might think his sacrifice was in vain.
You know Kaidan would never think that.
Yeah.
That's right. And this one, Kaidan died, not
That's one
Ashley,
reason
so
I
I
miss him.
think you forgetting that sometimes. Mainly because you don't get Ashley till
In
like
terms of
halfway
the
through the
plan,
game.
The Solarian Councilor has an urgent matter.
Let me guess. He called the comm room.
The Council must be taking the Crucible seriously. I'll see you downstairs.
Alright. Let's see. I already ticked off the Delatros. In fact, in some of the area that gets skipped later on, I get a note from her, a very angry note, and I could only think is like, if you were here, I'd shoot you.
Commander, there is something we should discuss, if you are finished rewriting history.
I made my decision, Counselor. There's not much anyone can do about it now.
Yes. We're going to have billions more Krogan in the galaxy. It's a good thing you saved my life once, Shepard. Otherwise, well... I have concerns about humanity's representative, Councillor Udina.
Really?
My agents have discovered that he's using his authority to move vast sums of money. For what purpose? We're not sure.
If Udina's dirty, it's best we get to the bottom of it fast.
Agreed. Come to the Citadel. We will review the evidence and discuss this in private.
There we go.
Valorn out.
And that's another mission I'll get to later.
Admiral Hackett's available on VidCom.
Great.
Commander Shepard, something you need to talk about?
What's our state of readiness, Admiral?
I won't lie, Shepard. We're bogged down. Things aren't looking good in most sectors.
Great.
We need to increase the tempo and chalk up some wins, otherwise this won't end well for the human race. Or any race.
You don't say.
What about the extra help we picked up along the way?
The Krogan and Turians have obviously been a big help. Urdnot Rex
Right.
running the show is a bonus for us.
You don't
And
say.
that female Krogan you rescued is rallying more support from the other clans.
Good.
I'm glad you disabled that bomb on Tuchanka. We could have lost a lot of Krogan support. As it is, we picked up some Turian troops.
Good to hear. What about the Rachni?
I wouldn't have believed it, but the Rachni are helping us build the Crucible.
Cool.
You're kidding.
Turns out they have a knack for weapons of mass destruction.
You don't
In
say.
hindsight,
They almost wiped
I
out the
guess
galaxy
they know a
once.
thing or two about waging a galactic war.
No problems with them then?
Other than scaring the hell out of our engineers, no. Not a lot of small talk going on there.
I bet.
What about Arya's mercenaries?
Arya T'Loak, there's someone I never thought we'd be in bed with. The Blood Pack will be useful. And violent. Mostly Vorchai here. We'll put the Blue Suns to good use. Intel says Darner Vosk is bringing his men, and that they're gunning for a fight.
Good.
The Eclipse are providing troops and mechs. When we find a Reaper soft spot, they'll help us hit it. Don't want to know how you got Arya's cooperation, but whatever you did, it was worth it.
You damn right.
How about the Solarians?
Interesting wrinkle. We've been getting back-channel commitments from the strike teams within STG. They're promising to back us.
Even after I cured the genophage?
Our intel suggests there are cracks developing between the military and the politicians.
These
These
STG guys know the score.
They're not going to jeopardize the entire Solarium Union just because some Delatras didn't get her way.
Awesome.
Do you know how the other races are doing against the Reapers?
Believe it or not, the Turians and Krogan actually seem to be getting along. Urdnot Rex has deployed troops, and they're giving the Reapers a moment of pause.
Good.
The Solarians are still hanging on to Sirkesh, But the Reapers are starting to breathe down their necks, too.
What about the Asari?
They have to be feeling the heat. The Reapers are moving fast with the obvious intent of taking Thessia.
Which is the Asari homeworld.
The Reapers are leaving Parnak alone. It's the Yogg homeworld.
Can't say that I blame them. Yogg have teeth.
Well, if we lose this war, it might be them running the next cycle. It's easy to forget the Reapers don't destroy every species.
Just the ones
Just
that
the
are a
ones who can
threat.
threaten them. Any word on the Volus and Elcor?
The Turians and the Krogan sent forces to the Volus homeworld, Irun. It might not be enough, but at least they've got Reaper forces bogged down in a nasty ground war. As for Elcor, they're still in the fight, though our projections show the Reapers encroaching on their territory soon.
What happened to the Batarians?
They got wiped out.
They never stood a chance, hit by the Reapers straight out of the gate. And without any allies to call on, I think the Batarians are history.
Have we heard anything from the Quarians or Geth?
Nope.
Something might be brewing near the Geth border, but our intel is sketchy. News is getting harder to come by as things get worse.
Nothing more, sir.
Keep me posted. Hack it out.
Alright, so we're gonna cut here. I cut out a bunch of gobbledygook, you know, the terminals, the war asset, all that junk. And basically, gonna check the assets real quick. I actually did this twice in this little section, but I actually cut out the first one because it was more just repetitive, nothing new. This time we got new stuff like the Krogan clans and Urdnot. We got more Turian support. Entire Turian fleets are joining us. And now I think we're going to move on and talk to a few other people. I will say this. I would very much like to see, and I've brought this up before, but I very much would like to see the Mass Effect universe portrayed through the eyes of different species. Like, playing as a hero among the Solarians or the Turians would be interesting.
The Turians have given us top-level access to their combat data. Their ships are already moving in to help the Alliance fleet. You actually secured a Krogan-Turian alliance. It's one thing.
She looks like she's about to break her own neck.
It's another to see her in action. Commander?
Well, let's move on. I'm gonna go check up front, see if there's anything funny happening up in Joker's area. Usually is, but... Oh, yeah.
Alright, my turn. What's the first order an Alliance commander gives at the start of combat?
I give up.
Correct.
I love this.
Alright, big guy. What do you call it when a Turian gets killed by a horrible spiky monster?
Friendly fire. Come on, that one goes back to Shang-Chi.
You gotta respect the classics.
How many humans does it take to activate a dormant mass relay?
602. 600 to vote on it, 1 to ask the Asari for technical help, and 1 to request a seat on the council afterward. How do you know when a Turian's out of ammo?
He switches to the stick up his ass as a backup weapon. Why does the Alliance hire pilots with brittle bone disease?
You're shitting me. The Turian military has one about me?
Oh, absolutely. I heard it myself from a private back on Palaven.
Alright, why does the Alliance hire pilots with brittle bone disease?
So their Marines can beat someone in hand-to-hand drills.
Damn, you need to tell James that one. Hey, what's the hardest part about treating a Turian who took a rocket to one side of his face?
Figuring out which side took the rocket.
Damn. I love that those two are just going at it like that. It's hilarious.
Even the Reapers have to be a little nervous about pissing them off.
Pretty much.
I'd say more than a little.
I'm sorry about Morta.
He's a
Yeah.
good man.
He
Yeah,
is.
he was always running those tests. One time he tagged me in the middle of the night to ask how many livers humans had. And this bump on my elbow? He said it was just a mild bone deformation, but I'm pretty sure he stuck a probe in there.
I'm glad it was just your elbow.
I always thought he was crazy. Useful, but crazy. Then he gives up his own life.
Yeah, well.
To save the Krogan. Doesn't do much to disprove the crazy theory, huh?
I guess not.
But he was one of our crazies, darn it.
So now that we got the Krogan and the Turians, what now?
The Krogan help us turn the tide on Palaven. They can shoot at something useful for a change.
Rather than each
Until
other.
we hit daylight, huh? Works for me.
So how does it feel knowing Krogan will be singing songs about you until the end of time? I think it would be an honor.
There's enough misery in this universe. It's nice to see something go right for a change.
Darn right.
Can't say I've ever really witnessed history in the making like this. Well, except for Sovereign attacking the Citadel, and then there was the Collector base, but this one felt good. And let's hope Rex keeps running the show on Tuchanka. Maybe we should hire a food taster for him. Imagine the carnage if someone like that brother of his, Reeve, took over.
Eesh.
That could happen.
I know, it's a chance we have to take, but I have to say, if it wasn't my own world that needed the help, I might have taken that Salarian deal.
I could never bring myself to do that, no matter what I was offered.
I admire your restraint, Shepard. It's nice when we can save the galaxy without destroying another race along the way.
Yep. Although the Solarians might wind up bushwhacked anyway.
Let's hope our luck holds.
Alright, so there's a little jump there while I get down to the engineering deck, because I've been requested to speak with a few people. Gonna talk to Javik.
Commander,
You settling in, Javik?
I believe some of the crew wishes to be my friend. That is not my purpose here.
Apologize for the distortion. There was a little bit of connectivity issues on my recorder device, which I eventually did have to replace
I
anyway.
have been exploring. There are traces of those who lived on the Normandy before. I detected a human female. Her genetic structure was unnatural, as if artificially created.
Miranda.
Sounds like Miranda.
And a Drell. There was illness in him.
That was Thane.
And a Krogan who lived in these quarters. He was undergoing a metamorphosis. His memories were confused, not organic to his mind. There was great confusion, turmoil.
I still can't wrap my head around that. Reading information like you do.
For my people, it was as natural as breathing.
Evolution's an amazing force.
Our scientists believed it was the only force in the galaxy that mattered. They called it the cosmic imperative. The strong flourished, the weak perished. The governments of your cycle seem concerned with ensuring the survival of all.
Was this imperative just your scientist's opinion, or did they prove something we don't know?
The universe had already proven it. They only had to look around.
And saw what, exactly?
Extinction is the rule of law in the cosmos, the natural order of things. The weakest species are doomed.
And see, I disagreed, but
the duty of
on a
us
Renegade one, I took the other choice.
Otherwise we'd have anarchy.
But those who had nothing to offer would be eliminated.
So conflict should be a way of life.
Evolution demands it. The strong grow stronger by dominating the weak. It is for the greater good of all. Though I do not think your Asari approves of my beliefs.
Nope.
Liara? I think she just had a different idea about what Protheans were like.
Oh yeah,
We are
way
all
different.
the product of our time. Had I been born in this cycle, perhaps I would be the noble scholar she wishes me to be.
You think you'd like that? It's a whole different line of work.
I wouldn't know. Living a life of constant war. Taking life in every battle.
I see how it could be tough to see outside the box.
Yep.
It is the only box I have known. It shapes me, as stone is shaped by the one who carves it. The stone has no choice in the form it will take. You and I, Commander. War is our sculptor, and we are prisoners to its design.
Maybe not much longer. We win this and we'll both be set free.
I like Javik. He's an interesting character. Now we're talking to the reporter lady, because...
Commander, got a minute?
What do you want to know?
Because we're doing an interview, I guess.
You've just implemented a cure for the genophage. Millions of Krogan will start fighting the Reapers. What do you say to people who think humanity is starting another Rachni war and Krogan rebellions?
It's easy to remember the worst of Krogan history, but you also need to remember the best.
Meaning?
The Krogan were heroes once, and they want to be heroes again. We're giving them that chance.
Are you aware that Clan Urdnot is already petitioning the Council for an embassy and rights to a colony world?
The Krogan are coming to the aid of a Council homeworld. That's more than a lot of species can say. I helped them get the Genophage cure. Anything more is between the Council and the Krogan.
There it is, straight from Commander Shepard. Until tomorrow, this is Diana Allers. Good night and stay strong.
Yeah,
okay,
she's an interesting character, but there are times when I want to deck her.
Commander.
Alright, so now we're moving on to something else. And I believe, yeah, here we are, engineer.
Commander, I've identified a problem with our engines. A core overload could cause a plasma vent within the engineering compartment. Daniels, Donnelly, Edie, and I have been brainstorming and comparing notes.
Okay.
You see, the venting occurs when
hey, there's my man. Donnelly.
At the same moment, the main core is at peak draw, such as from sustained kinetic.
Shut up.
What Kenneth means to say is that we're pretty sure we can make the system safer.
We just need a GX-12 thermal pipe. Unfortunately, we're cut off from Alliance supply chains. Could you keep an eye out for one the next time you're on the Citadel, Commander? I've got the specs right here.
Awesome.
Are these modifications really necessary?
It's a safety issue, not exactly critical. Under extreme conditions, like heavy bombardment to the kinetic barriers while traveling at peak flight speeds, plasma can vent into this compartment.
It would vaporize anyone standing in this room?
Yeah, that'd be a bit of a problem.
More serious than just a safety issue.
Well, under those conditions, odds are you're about to lose the entire ship anyway.
Yeah.
But we want every advantage we can get, right?
I'm in.
For one the next time we go to the Citadel.
Thanks, Commander.
Okay, now it's on to the actual mission time. And we're gonna go raid a Cerberus base real quick. Now, I think we're armed up and ready to roll. Let's go stomp some people. I think this was the point in the game where I was really starting to armor up. You know, I always wanted to take the Scorpion, and maybe when I do a replay, I'll actually play it as a soldier. But, I've always wanted to take that Scorpion in the combat, but it weighs so much, it's almost pointless. Unless you make it like your only weapon. So I'm maxed out in that. Warp, throw, shockwave, singularity, yeah. I maxed out a few sections. Ah, Javik's coming with me on this one. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm enjoying some delicious snack bites right now, so if you're any chewing or nothing, that's just me enjoying a snack.
The enemy has a strategic advantage in this sector thanks to the fighter squadron facility you're about to attack.
Good, let's blow it up.
We want to seize it, but their air defenses are too strong for a frontal assault. Losses would be too cost prohibitive.
So send me in on the ground and I'll take it by force.
Go in the back, bring down their defenses so we can send in the troops. Good luck, Commander.
I have visual contact. There's a small platform above the main landing pad.
Alright.
I can drop you there, but it's gotta be now.
Let's do it.
So let's get down there and start blowing some stuff up.
Commander, you'll have to find the command center to take down their defenses.
Keep an eye out for the command center.
Yes, I'm sure they have. Not that it'll matter when their torso is filled with bullets. They're gonna have to look at him to kill him. Alright, let's find the entrance. Yeah. Quite a few of them today. What the heck was that? No, not that matters now. And he's done. You are no match for me. I'm wondering what's going to happen when that dude hits the floor. But by that point, I don't think it's going to matter much. I always love watching those guys go flying. Let's see, anyone else? Oh yeah. Against the wall. Ah, he's dead. More bullets in the chest. Ooh, there's some singularity action going on. And my shields are recharging okay, so... I know one of them had to be a headshot, and that's just like BS that he lived through it.
Looks like we found the control center.
Ooh, stealing money. And as usual with a Mass Effect game, I'm more or less stealing anything that isn't bolted to the ground.
Keep your eyes open. We're getting close.
We're with you, Shepard.
Ooh, more upgrades. Not that I'm using them, but hey, I'll take it. Alright, let's get downstairs. Wrap this up. Freaking Cerberus is paranoid. Which, I can't say that's wrong given what happened to him in the last game. Rebuilt you, sent you on a suicide mission. You somehow survive.
Damn it. This'll take a while.
Commander, you've got enemies inbound and we can't wait. Someone's got to get those defenses down ASAP.
Alright, I'll take care of it.
Liara, I'm counting on you.
Liara can take care of it. She's a freaking shadow broker. She better be able to.
Get ready, Commander. You're gonna get swarmed.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem.
Commander, I've been flushed from cover. Retreating to minimum safe distance.
No problem. Cortez, get out of there.
We'll wait for your all clear, then relay to the strike force.
Alright, so let's get going.
Bring down their defenses. We'll worry about that later.
Alright, so who's next? Like I said, Shockwave is still my favorite technique, but I still say it was better in the second game. Still can be exceedingly useful. Combined with the right weapons, it can just wreck everybody's day. Oh, he's gone. Have a nice trip. See you next fall. Oh. And now he's on fire, so to speak. That's really what it looks like when you hit them with that warp ability. It looks like they're burning.
Shepard, the shutdown command must be synchronized.
Alright, I'm getting there, I'm getting there.
Shepard, I'm tracking a large-scale deployment to the landing pad.
You don't say. Then let's get up there and wreck some things. And I've lost sight of my target. Grenades! No idea if I hit anything, but just hoping. Oh, there go my shields. And see, he looks like he's on fire. I love that. It's like, now you're on freaking fire. What are you gonna do? It's gonna hurt when they land, you know it. Alright, they're done. Oof. Hit them with something a little bit harder than I thought. There's a turret. That's what that is. Oh, it's gone.
Cortez, I read you. Come in.
There you are, Commander. How'd you get through the interference? Area clear. Signaling the strike force. Wait. Scan's picking up something coming your way. Proximity alert. Deploying armed response.
Deploying armed response.
Give it everything you got.
Freaking Atlas. Oh. It's, you know, by this point in the game, I've like beaten, what, 5 of these things? Hit that thing with a warp. Now, I've heard it said that you can actually breach those shells and kill the people inside, but I've never actually done it. Something that big, you can't hide in smoke. Dang, those grenades hurt. Alright, so let's finish the darn thing off. It's over. Big mech go boom now.
Anyone wounded?
That shouldn't matter.
Copy that, Lieutenant.
Alright. Let's leave. And we're done. And we actually are just about to be done with this little run through right here. You know, I thought I'd actually be getting to the Quarian stuff here shortly, but I forgot that there's a little bit more in the way there, but we're getting close.
This was a major victory, Commander. A crippling blow to Cerberus operations in this sector.
Good.
Now all we have to do is maintain control of the facility.
Cerberus won't make that easy.
And we won't make it easy on them.
Darn right.
Thanks to you, we can use their own defenses against them. Tell your team they did good, Commander. You should be proud.
Thank you, sir.
Awesome.
That's all. Hack it out.
I love that Lance Henriksen is Hackett, because he fits the role so well. Crucible's going along great. We got Exogeny on site. We got some ex-Cerberus on site. And see, now you can see that I'm well past the minimum requirement to win. Total military strength is over 3,000. Effective strength is over 1,550. So we got a chance here to really hold things. And that'll do it for now. We'll continue with this later when we get back for the next round.